Yes. Yes. Well, what I would want not to do is to give half-baked information. I know that the cost of traveling will be reduced significantly. What determines the cost of something like fare? There is issues of the volume of business. There is issues like the cost of fuel in the international market, petroleum and all that. And therefore I wouldn't want to give you a hard and fast answer, because I don't want to risk telling you that a ship was floating somewhere in the waters. I will want that information to get it hard and fast. But I am told with about 500 shillings to around 2,000, you'll be able to get a good business ticket and a good economy ticket. But this accurate information will come by, I hope, by the time we launch tomorrow. At least the introductory fare will be announced, and all of us have every cause to celebrate. About the governor of Mombasa, I am not organizing presidential events, so I'm not sure where he has been put in the program. The government has a protocol office to organize these programs, and I'm sure that the only advice I can give to Joe, don't go to the media to tell them that you want to be part of the program. I hope Joe has the capacity to understand how these events are organized, including in his own office. If today I said I want to be part of his breakfast tomorrow to you here, I'm not sure I'll be giving very useful information. So His Excellency the President is an office owned by Kenyans. It is usually managed according to some known national and international norms, and the case of Joe can't be an exception. What I would want to give you as a policy statement, that all mischief notwithstanding, the government would want to feel, every Kenyan to feel part of this victory, because it is a victory for all Kenyans. That we have achieved it under the leadership of His Excellency President Kenyatta is a great achievement for him as the leader of Kenya. But the greatest thing, I think, is that long after, more than a century after William Mackinnon, I don't know Governor who was then in the protectorate, the British protectorate of Kenya. I don't remember which king was in England. We have been enjoying the railway, which was called the Uganda Railway. So I am sure the name of His Excellency the President Uhuru Kenyatta will actually be narrated for many, many, many years to come, because he has led this country to achieve something hardly ever achieved in the third world, and something which this country really should have achieved in the 70s. It has come now. That is an achievement for us, and Governor Joho should celebrate, because in terms of tourism, in terms of the job opportunities, eventually the people elites who voted for him in the county of Mombasa will actually have a lot to celebrate about. Well, in terms of managing the railway and managing any unseen outcome, that will require quite a bit of explanation. What I know is that the Ministry of Transport, the ministry dealing with lands, the ministries of internal security, the ministries dealing with economic planning, the treasury, has actually for a very long period carried out intensive surveys, and they are implementing the areas seen so that the impact, including the environment, the environmental impact on our elephants and so on, our wildlife, all this is being done with utmost caution and in the best interest of the Republic. And the Republic is yourself and is those of us seated here today. Yes. 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 Mhm. What I will start with the last question first. Why so many Chinese? In spite of what we can see, this is a very sophisticated project. And for it to be managed efficiently and effectively, there are a lot of issues which must arise. You remember the last time there was rains, some sections were washed off. There are a lot of issues which must arise because it is an engineering project. It is not made by God. And therefore, the trains, I don't need to belabor the fact that even when you buy a car, you buy a new car from the showroom, it is under manufacturer's warranty for quite a while. And therefore, during what I would call, for want of better language, the warranty period, you will have to see a lot of these people, and given the distance, the complexity, you have realized that very, very many sections of this railway are actually built like a branch. They are way above the ground. And those are engineering works. The train itself is a complicated work of engineering. It must be monitored. We must monitor these places. And we must therefore keep these contractors there because they must be there. They need to be there. Otherwise, we will start inheriting a project. Tomorrow there is a very small issue and we are stuck. And so therefore that is normal project management. Those who know a little bit will know something called default liability period and all those things. So that is it. Finally, I would want to unpack something about development projects and corruption. You have heard a lot about corruption. Let me tell you something, and I would challenge you to go and investigate it further. Governments which want to be corrupt do not initiate projects, especially tangible projects where you are counting kilometer per kilometer, like the SGR, like the Galana, Kulalo, where you are counting bags of maize produced the first year, the second year, and looking at the projects, where you are looking like at roads, like this one here connecting, is it called Bamba, from Cliff, from just down here as you get to Kilifi, to Mariakani. Governments which want to be corrupt do not initiate such projects. They create confusion, create promises, because that way you create money. There is money in government coffers, easily stolen. In the meantime, we keep you dancing. So, whether there has been theft or not, those who are stealing, the other day the Ethics and Corruption Commission told us that they got 18 million shillings from somebody's house, yeah? 18 million. I don't know whether you people know how much is 18 million. But when I look at this building, maybe you can buy the whole of this with 18 million. Even the weight itself is substantial. And these things must continue. Even if you are building your house and the people steal a ton of cement or a ton of sand, it doesn't mean that you stop building. It only means that you pursue those and continue with your building, because it will substantively improve your life. And therefore, gentlemen, even as we fight corruption collectively as a social evil, we must also tell Kenyans about the right things. We must preach the right message, because if you are a marriage counselor, if you are a priest who matrimonializes people, you don't stop because of adultery. You don't say that people are not going to get married anymore. You continue fighting that social evil. Thank you very much for coming. And the problem of access to town from Meritini is something under study. There are something which the Ministry of Transport will announce to you. But I can tell you it will create jobs also. We will work with the county government of Mombasa to ensure that infrastructure is developed, and those people who might lose out on long haul will certainly find it very good putting coaches there and being incorporated as part of the terminal transport system, or what in the airport language we call airport transfers. That is transfers from Miritini, the station, to various parts of the city of Mombasa. Those are several job opportunities, but the Ministry of Transport will eventually roll out a comprehensive plan for Wananchi. Yes. I don't have that information right away, but what I know is that for any job lost, there will be about 3 created by the railway. So eventually, and the expansion of the economy comes with a lot of jobs in it. So I said that there are bit inconveniences at the beginning, but that one has been catered for. Even the manner in which it is operated will have to be moved a little bit, is faced. But these details, I don't have them on the fingertips. So I think with that, once again, go out and spread information. You are what you're telling us, and my challenge this morning is to package government development projects so that citizen perceptions remain accommodative of any temporary inconveniences they might have to bear. They identify with the project, and ultimately they feel a civic responsibility to protect it. Let us isolate seasonal politics from the issues, from the programs that can make our cost of living today way much cheaper than it is. Without being asked, nafikiri nitapitia kidogo mambo yaliyoko hapa, kwa sababu ni mambo muhimu sana kwa wananchi, nikitumia lugha ya taifa. Na leo nilikuwa nataka tujadiliane kuhusu mawazo ya wananchi na mipango ya maendeleo ambayo ina uwezo wa kupunguza gharama ya maisha, kuboresha nchi hii na kuinua Kenya iwe kiwango cha kimataifa, ambacho nchi zingine zimeendelea zinaweza kuwa. Ningetaka kutaja huu mradi wa reli ambayo tunaifungua kesho kama mradi moja ambao umeigeuza Kenya na uko na uwezo wa kugeuza Kenya na kupiga hatua kubwa sana mbele ya maendeleo. Tunakumbuka kwamba miaka mingi iliyopita wale waliojenga hii reli walipambana na wanyama, wakapambana na vita, wakapoteza maisha yao ndio wajenge reli. Leo Wakenya wote ambao wanafanya kazi wamejitolea kwa njia moja au ingine, ndiposa hii reli iwe pahali iko kwa leo na iweze kufunguliwa na mtukufu rais kesho. Na kwa hivyo ningewaomba nyinyi kama wanahabari watoe habari za ukweli kwa Wakenya ambazo zinaweza kuhakikisha kwamba Wakenya wanatambua maana ya reli, kuhakikisha kwamba Wakenya wanaimiliki hile na kuona ni mradi wao, kwa sababu ni ushindi wetu sisi wote. Na cha muhimu zaidi, Wakenya wanachukua hatua za kuhakikisha kwamba hii reli inabaki imara na hakuna mtu yeyote anayehujumu ama kuiba mali ya reli. Kwa hivyo tukiwa Wakenya ni muhimu tujiunge na serikali kusherehekea, lakini tukumbuke ya kwamba hata ingawa ni uongozi wa Rais Uhuru Kenyatta ambao umetufikisha pahali tupo, bado ni ushindi mkubwa sana kwa sisi kama Wakenya. Wacha tumuombe Mungu na tutarajia kwamba hii reli itaweza kuendelea mpaka Kisumu, ndiposa Wakenya waone jinsi maisha inavyoweza kuboreka. Asante sana. So Alex will pick your emails, tutaituma baadaye.
Mwanganga
petkioko@gmail.com.
Mwanganga
hii story ya kuleta majanga kwa bureaus muache. Wambua mama story ya kuleta majanga kwa bureaus muache.
Juma.
Lazima kamera limeisha alafu ndo watu nasukuma kwa.
Yes.
Imechapa alafu.
Yes, we want to set up. Yes, yeah. We are just setting up.